You are listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting, the best in paranormal talk radio.
Hello, welcome to Paralogian Report, where all paranormal perspectives apply. Join paranormal historian and ufologist Kevin Malek and psychic demonologist Jennifer Celsius as they navigate us through the different categories of the unknown and the unexplained, including ghosts and haunted places, cryptids and monsters, aliens and UFOs, theology and mythology, metaphysics, forbidden archaeology, urban legends and folklore, conspiracies, crimes, and corruption, with top analysis from the experts of these disciplines. If it's amazing, unusual, or mysterious, if it's bizarre, creepy, and fantastic, if it's unbelievable, paranormal, or supernatural, it's here on Paraversal Universe. Here are your hosts, Kevin and Jennifer.
Hello, everyone. Whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, welcome to Paraversal Universe, brought to you by the Northern Wisconsin Paranormal Society at the Northwoods Paranormal Resource Center here in Rhinelander, Wisconsin. We're your hosts, Kevin and Jennifer Malek.
Hey, everybody.
Paraversal Universe is produced by Kat Hobson, the voice for Fate Magazine Radio at WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama. We're also heard on WCET 101.7 FM, Columbia Talk, out of Columbia, South Carolina, the Rift Radio Network family out of Lakeside, Virginia, and the Amelia Pisano Productions Radio Network out of Toronto, Canada. Welcome one and all, and hello to everybody in the chat room. We look forward to your questions and comments as always. The archive for the show will be available as well. Show archives from over the years can be found in various places on the web, including our archives like page on Facebook called Paraversal Universe Show Archives. Also check out our guest promotion page, Paraversal Universe Radio, for what's coming up in the near future. We hope everyone's doing well today. We are just about to get hit with another snowstorm here in the Northwoods. This has become a normality for us. Wherever you are in the world and wherever you go, we hope you fare thee well. So peace and blessings to all of you out there. Today we're busting out the Paralogian Report. But before we bring our fellow correspondents on, as always, let's do our shout-outs. Shout-outs go to those people who shared our show banners this week. We always appreciate it greatly, and thank you kindly. Who do we have?
This week we have Walt Christos, Dots of Christos, Katrina Cooper, Dennis Koch, Jason Bland, Paranormal Soup, JJ Paranormal, Jamie Demlos, Josh Chairs, Metaphysical Bounce, Howie Odell, The Rift, Kate Hobson, WBHM, Paranormal Daily News, Derek Jones, Amelia Pisano, Lawrence DeMisa, Jean Broida, Mike Lucas, IRN, Rhodey Speak, Lisa Reynaga, Sudan, and Lori Kreslaw.
Wow. Another long list. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We really appreciate that. As I said, this is the Paraversal Universe Paralogian Report, which we do once a month on average. The Paralogian Report is a paranormal, supernatural, esoteric, Fortean, and exo-geopolitical fringe talk radio roundtable, with news reports from various alternative outlets all over the world. For those who aren't familiar with the term Paralogian, I can talk. A Paralogian to the paranormal is like a theologian to theology. And this broadcast, we bring you a panel of 6 individuals today who each specialize in a different area of the unknown and unexplained to give us a well-rounded analysis of reports we will present here on the show today or tonight. Let me introduce today's panel of correspondents to you all. Psychologist, ufologist, astrologist, and author Jean Broida. How are you doing, Jean?
I'm doing great. How's everybody?
Doing great. Cryptozoologist, Iroquois shaman, herbalist Don Young. How you doing, Don?
Pretty good.
Paranormal investigator and Paranormal Radio Network owner Kat Hobson, host of Fate Magazine Radio and Paranormal Experience. Hey, Kat.
Hi there.
Psychotherapist and paranormal investigator Tom McGuire. How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing great. Nice to be here.
And, of course, my lovely wife, Jennifer Malek, psychic demonologist, and myself, Kevin Malek, your friendly neighborhood paranormal historian. As always, we have our bases covered here today. We're truly honored to be part of such a wonderful panel. And, as always, the concept is the same. One of our panel members will read a news article that they have brought to the table. Then we'll go around the panel and share our perspectives concerning the stories or topics. And this week, we're going to have Don lead us off. So what have you got, Don?
All right. Well, I got 2 stories this time. Both are based in Australia. Both are breaking news of the new year of 2019. The first is a story that I'll start out. In some circles, Uluru, or Ayers Rock, is known for a curse that haunts anyone who pilfers rocks, twigs, or sand from the sacred formation. Many tourists, if their tales are true, have learned this the hard way. Associates of looters have fallen to their death, or back at their homes have come to a lethal or troublesome whatever. The curse has followed them home. Okay, now what has happened is local aboriginals, namely the Anangu, have fought for many years to prevent those very same tourists from climbing Uluru. The sandstone formation features heavily in their creation myths, with many creator beings still calling the site home even to this day, according to the local beliefs. However, in October, the Anangu will finally get their wish when the Uluru Kata Tijuta National Park officially enacts their ban on climbing of the sacred site. In other words, only the Aboriginal will be able to climb, visit, or use this site as a sacred monument. No one else can climb it anymore, so no one else will drag around a curse from this rock. Okay, that's one story. Anyone have anything to say about it?
Well, yeah, I think that, in a case like this, considering how sacred it is, I would think that, just like with, if there's a religious site that's sacred to a religion, and it's not sacred to any other religions per se, it seems to me the honorable thing to do is honor the religion, the traditions and the religious pretense and stuff. And so I could see where people would be upset, but at the same time, I'm sure there's I would speculate that there may have with all the people that have climbed that in the past, I'm sure there may be some damage or even vandalism. Who knows?
Yes. Yeah.
So this will put an end to that. Well, yeah,
Well,
so
yeah, being that it's sandstone, that erodes real quickly. That's a very soft, porous rock. Anyone climbing it will erode it, will break off chunks, and whenever they have a rainstorm, which is not too frequent, that will help in its erosion. You know, if you break away the tough outer shell and it exposes the softer underlayment, then yeah, it'll deteriorate a lot quicker than nature is doing it on its own.
Right.
What I found fascinating about it is the curse. It's actually following these people back to their homes, and with in some cases, lethal consequences.
Well, that's the
So
part of the story that interests me, is that as a psychologist, and that's the story that would be interesting to read. The follow-on to this is how is this curse manifesting? And they're making this practice, they're outlawing this practice, not only because practically speaking, it is taking physical material away from the sacred site, but at the metaphysical level, the spiritual level, if you will, the curse is affecting people. Those are the juicy stories. Do you know any of them, Don?
No, not yet. I'm still looking in. This is one that basically has just arose in 2019. It won't be until the end of the year in October of this year when it's finally made law that no one is allowed to climb it anymore. But as of right now, they, I guess, have it all fenced off. No one can go near it. The only ones that can take care of it are the actual religious caretakers of the Aboriginal tribes. So it's off limits to the tourists now. They can look at it and take pictures of it from a distance, but they pretty much ruined it for themselves.
Well, I wish that more people would do that, because these sacred sites, while they're everywhere, it's very rare to find one being protected in this fashion.
Yeah.
Right.
And
And
I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, and I think it's the respectable thing to do.
Yes.
You're going to tour someplace, and I understand that you want to get photos and you want to see it close up, but you can capture them on film. You don't necessarily have to physically touch something. And if it's sacred, it should remain sacred to the people that have consecrated it as sacred.
And that very same thing has happened over and over and over again in the United States, right here with, say, burial mounds and stuff like that, the effigy mounds. They just had to either bulldoze them or dig into them to find out what they are. Who cares what they are? Leave them alone. They're sacred.
Exactly.
Exactly.
We have mounds near where I live. There's actually a town called Moundville, and it is a protected site. The University of Alabama uses it in their School of Archaeology. It's really fascinating to me. That's why I'm so excited to hear that somebody is actually going this extra step, because I have a kind of vested interest in that.
Yeah, all right. Well, my next story, if no one else wants to put anything on that one.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, the next story happened in February of this year, 2019. Possible yowie hair found on the fence in Australia. February 2019, an Australian cryptid chaser, David Taylor, claims to have found possible evidence of the yowie, a legendary Bigfoot-like creature of the outback. The evidence came in the form of a clump of strange hair, which he found clinging to a barbed wire fence north of Mackay in Queensland. It looked like something huge got snagged and tangled up in the fence itself, tearing the fence from fence posts, appearing snapped and twisted. Meanwhile, the hair smelled absolutely awful, says Taylor, like rotten meat crossed with urine. The Daily Mail provides images of both the hair and fence, as well information on Taylor's previous yowie sightings. The hair is very thick and long, while the fence appears twisted up, as if something got caught in it, twisted in it, and broke free. The mysterious hair is now being examined by experts to determine what animal it may belong to. though Taylor expects the analysis to be